Alrighty guys, let everything warm up, we'll get loaded into the game and then we'll get going and see what happens. If my game wants to load you. Let's see if it even wants to load. Nope, it's just not gonna like me today. Oh man, it is not liking it. Alright guys, give me a second, let me see if I can get this running. Hopefully I didn't just mess that all up, that file. That over there for a second. Alright, we'll see if it loads. Hopefully it does. If not, that's gonna suck, and I should have double backed it. But I didn't. I'm not gonna be streaming too long tonight, guys. Me and RailRoads haven't been getting along a little bit lately. Had some issues with derailments and stuff, and that's why episodes haven't been coming out. It's just a whole bunch of big mess. And I've gotta hopefully come in here and see if I can get something even going more, but I don't know. We will see. RailRoads will even load. And it is not doing nothing right now. Alright, Jen. I don't... Alright, let's see. We'll try one more time and see if we can't do something. If it doesn't load, guys, we'll still do the stream. We'll just go and load up my Minecraft server and we'll go do something on Minecraft for a little bit. Hopefully this does work. Alright, so I don't even think it's gonna try to load. Oh, oh. I think we got it. Maybe patience was just the key. Ah, we got it. Alright, people, we should have visuals. Yes, we have visuals. Awesome. Alright, so we're at this mess. When we take this train up, A, it's derailed on the way over here. B, it's derailed going up. This is a save that I have that I keep having to revert to. We've got Davis hooked up to it, and he pulled it up pretty well, and then somewhere over there it got disconnected, and then a whole bunch of yada yada, and that was in the last was gonna be in the episode, but yeah, stuff didn't go exactly as according to plan. So today we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna take this train up, because it's definitely not gonna want to come up like this. I think what we're probably going to have to do is take it up in segments and use Jack to take it up and leave Davis here, kind of like what we're supposed to be doing. And we might be able to get somewhere with that. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and leave the cars hooked up back there, and then we're going to pull Davis ahead, get him on the track, and get Jack going. And we'll just have to split up the train. Because that is a 29 car train. Now -1 because one's hiding somewhere, I think, along that track. Because we lost a car too, because it decided to fling off the track. So, with all that being said, we're just going to have to split it up and get going from there and see what happens. And it looks like I forgot to switch this switch. Okay, we'll take care of it real quick. I will continue to roll in. I have changed the the smelter yard around a little bit and some other things around quite a bit back at the crossover. Again, that was going to be in the episode. I've been having a lot of issues with all that stuff lately, so I need to take this dude, have it go straight back, because we're gonna, no, we don't want it to go straight back. We want it to actually go straight back here. We'll flip this switch over here. That ought to be good. Very, very good. Hey, what's up, man? I don't understand that, but what's up? Alrighty, so we are going backwards. We're gonna hit our brakes just a little bit, and we're gonna go back there, and we're gonna go open up these sheds so we can get our climax out. Now we'll start getting it heated up. Oh, we're back here. We've got water, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, Jack, you start warming up. Get ready to go. Gonna open up the brake valve, turn the generator on. So when she starts producing steam, we'll be able to get going. Get connected to those cars. I think what we're going to do is probably take the beams up first, since I think we need them more, and then we'll come back down and grab the lumber. Alrighty, we're backing up. This fire's doing pretty good. Oh, yeah, no, we'll leave that off. Close that valve, so when we do start stopping, go ahead and throw that in neutral. We'll open up our cylinder. And we'll start releasing our pressure. Alrighty. We'll let him keep a little bit of pressure though. I want to bleed it all dry. Looks like the climax is ready to go, so we'll get these doors opened. I figured out with those doors it's easier to go right and left than it is go up and down. Perfect time, and the steam is just kicking in. Okay, so we'll let Jack there chug along with us. We'll definitely beat him to the switch before he even gets there. And then when we go to switch the switch, we'll go ahead, and he's stopped, we'll go ahead and set this coupler up and then we'll back up, get the rest of the cars ready and get going. We won't take the caboose up with us the rest of the way just because it's going to be a hassle to move it all around. And I really needed this load to get up there, both of them. Okay, so as he's creeping up, make sure those are all good to go. Out here just chugging along. Alright, so the switch should be set then for us, and all we gotta do is back up, couple up, just decouple the cars and get going. I'll go about 5. Alright, so we're all connected. Now we'll go ahead, head back to the back and decouple the beams from the lumber. Back here, we'll make sure we'll set a few brakes back here too. The caboose should have its brakes on, so it shouldn't move that much, but since it is on a hill, we'll set a couple brakes. It's just safekeeping. Okay, so we should be all good there. Now let's get rocking and rolling. We'll go deliver this load. Get up there, see what happens. The old climax ready to go. Make sure we don't have any brakes right up here at the front. Okay. There we go, buddy. Needs a little help now and again. Yeah, and I also, when I was doing that, trying to record that episode up here with this bridge, is that And it still doesn't look like it's fixed, so I'm gonna have to go back there and probably fix it before I leave. But I ran into that issue too, and then I had it fixed, and then we crashed, and then yeah, it was a big mess. I don't think we're gonna be able to get past it. We, in theory, should. It'll just be blocking the one way. We don't need to go that way. I think, as long as it doesn't, no, that overhangs way too much. Let's come through, do that real quick. So that way we know it's gonna be fine, and then I'll go back there and fix it like I did last time. You go with it there, Jack. You got it, buddy. Oh dang, this is a steep grade. Give it a little bit more throttle, let's see what happens. Good evening, Michael. How's it going, man? We're just on our way up right now up to the iron mine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you really have to have, it takes pretty good track in order to run pretty good sized trains, and I had to, some of this track up over here is not that great, and that train was like 29, well 28 cars long. That would it didn't like to go up here very well. Ooh, you finished the track today. That's awesome. That is awesome. How did you end up doing your track to the iron mine? Ooh, we need to slow this train down just a little bit before we end up losing the train. See, that's the problem about this route, is it's so bippity boppity like this that it's hard to keep a long train on it if you don't have the right locomotives. I'm hoping we're out of the rough stuff, but I think the rough stuff's about to just begin. Okay, we'll let him just sit here and chug at 45%. As long as he can make it up this just fine, he doesn't like die out, we should be fine. Huh, that is cool. That is cool. Yeah, see, this is kind of the way that we go. I was planning on following the canyon a lot better than what I did, but this is kind of what came out of it. And then I'll come approach on that one side, the left side of it, and then exit out the right side. Yeah, it's kind of like what I've got going on here for this one. That's what that line all the way over there is. That stone wall, that's the return line, and it loops. It runs all the way along the other side of the canyon and actually follows the canyon all the way to the iron mine. I was gonna have it over here somewhere loop back into this, but putting a switch on a slope like that is pretty rough, and I didn't want to have to stop it just to put a switch in there and make it all weird, so I just kind of left it the way I did and put the switch at the end. But yeah, it's an interesting route trying to go that way, and it's kind of like the game developers made. There's like a spot over there where it's kind of like it looks like it's intended to run that way. Oh yeah, the rough stuff's just up ahead. He keeps on worrying me because I think he's gonna slow down and stop. In reality, we'll give him about 55%. He's not gonna get going too much quicker than us, and yeah, he'll be fine as long as he can climb up this. This is a pretty good sized train for this little engine, especially pulling a solo. We really needed to have 2 climaxes on this journey. Good thing is, with his gear reduction, you can only go so fast, so. Because of his gear reduction, he can only go so fast, so if you even put him up at 60%, I think at like 40 or 50%, he stops increasing speed when you increase it. So really and honestly, when you put it up higher, it's just for more power, and that comes in handy for situations like this. As you can see, it sounds like we're going really fast, but we're not. There's something up here I gotta take care of before Jack gets up there. Despawn, 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 despawn. Okay, thank you. Okay, that should be good. Oh, and I fell off all the way. Oh, this is just great. Oh, this is coming to a slow crawl. This is a heavy load for this little dude. Just look at that. That is actually a pretty cool looking thing. Once we get up to this point, this track is pretty smooth sailing. Yeah, not without like doing some hokery-pokery type of stuff and going up and down and stuff. I was thinking about trying it, but probably too risky, and I probably won't end up doing it for a while, or even attempting to do something like it. But I for sure believe that, yeah, there's probably, because like, that is, yeah. No, that definitely looks like it's going to be too rough to try to traverse anything over, any sort of track over. I hope you guys can hear me just fine, because I can't even hear myself at the moment. It's just how the sound is, so. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, the bridge looks pretty cool. And I love the way that it makes that nice, smooth, sweeping motion, because it makes the cars just sit there, and when you have a long train come around that bridge, it kind of makes it look cool. And then, oh yeah, this is the iron mine, lol. I need to go get the coal mine hooked back up again, because I was fixing the other track, and when you fix something that's such as like a main line like that, you have to fix like everything else that comes off of it. But I do like the way that this track kind of just hugs the canyon like this. It doesn't completely stick to the mountainside, but it definitely tries its best here and there. See, kind of where that track is going is kind of like where it seems like the developers made it to where it's like meant to have a track going through there. And then see, it hobbles on through there, goes around, and then bam, you're right into it. You kind of just see the way that it kind of meant to go up. And I think you can really go down it just fine at like a 3% grade is what it's kind of set to, but what over there we have is like a 1%. Yeah. Damn, dude, that is a lot of hours. 200 hours. Whew. I feel that though. This game, you can put a lot of time into this game. I do like this new unloading feature. It's pretty cool because it kind of helps you unload it where you want it to and not where you don't. Oh, we need to start slowing it down. Okay, we'll start cutting power. We're still going in on a slope, so we should be alright. Start slowing it down. Okay, bam. We'll let it roll. Hey, nice to see you too. The new unload feature. So there's like a little button on it that toggles downloading. I'll show you here in a second. And the way that the arrow is, whatever side it is on, it will unload too. And you can unload from car to car as long as it's the right car. So let's say I had another set of empty tier 2s or whatever. I could unload this set of tier 2s onto those tier 2s as long as they're empty or they have room for more. Like I said, I'll show you the rest of the unload feature once we get up there. Kind of got powered way too early. And it makes it super nice for when you... Okay, that is duly noted. That our beams are full, so we won't be unloading our beams just quite yet. That is great. Alright. So like if we walk up to this car here and we look at the thing, we have a little button that you'll have to go assign. I assign mine to E, and then you just hit E and it'll unload to whatever side that arrow right there is on. So if we go over here. But the thing is if it's out of bounds of like for instance, like the sell point, the correct sell point, it won't unload. So like I'm pretty sure if I were to do this right here, it's not gonna. Well, I lied. I did unload. Okay. There should be a feature to where I think there's a feature in there because I was reading the patch notes where if it's not the correct selling point, it won't unload. Now it doesn't mean that you can't dump it on the ground like I just did, but. So yeah, it's a pretty nice, neat feature, and when you're rolling and you're coming into something like this, then you can just literally sit at the edge of that platform there, wait until the cargo hits, hit the unload button, and bam, it starts unloading. And as it's moving, and you don't have to sit there and fight with the up and down, pull it, move the car, or whatever. So it's a pretty neat little feature in the game now, and I do like it. He's had some tweaks with it here and there, and they've had some tweaks with it. Well, since we don't have any room for beams here, we're gonna go ahead and put these set of cars over there where the hoppers are. Or actually, no, we'll put them back. We'll back them up over there. I don't want to back this train up if I don't have to. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put these not behind the hopper cars. We'll put them right next to the hopper cars, and we'll figure out something else. We'll have to move the hopper cars back into the switch back there. So we'll have to do a little bit of switching real quick. So we're gonna have to come up with the lumber first, apparently. So we'll have to come up with the lumber, and we'll have to go down, get it, come up, drop the lumber off, then we can come in with this set of cars and drop off their load. And then pretty much that means that we can put the train back together for the most part and take it down the rest of the way, I think. Yeah, as long as it's the same car. Like there, as we see with those beams back there, they despawn. So if it's not going on in a car, then yeah. But if you want to, like, let's say, you know how I have the crossover over there with all of those cars. Well, then instead of taking those cars out all the time, I can take a empty set of cars, come in, and use those cars to unload onto the train I'm coming in with, and then I leave those cars there, and you can make them like a permanent storage spot. You don't have to move them. You can just sit there and unload, load, unload. If you don't want to keep all the cars hooked up on track to roll, and you just want to keep like more of like a permanent storage spot. Okay, so that's surprising. We're clear of the main line right here. That is neat. That's what I was hoping. I mean, technically we're not clear of the other stuff over there, but I mean, it's not really gonna matter. This trumps that. Okay, so we're gonna set that to straight, and then we're gonna back the hopper cars into this track over here. So that way we can come up with those beams, or not the beams, the lumber, and be able to just keep on cruising through. We don't have to worry about getting stuck behind cars or flipping around or anything else like that. So we will set a brake on this side. And then we're going to go over there and set 2 brakes on that side. So it pinches all the slack. There's the hopper cars. The hoppers. Alright, where's my brakes? And I just want to let you guys know I'm sorry for being late on my videos. I've been kind of sick lately and had some stuff going on, so I just haven't really been. And like I said, with the railroads, it's just can kind of irritate me a little bit here and there with some of the stuff it's doing. So it's not necessarily its fault, just mine for doing operator error stuff, but it gets frustrating after a little bit. So I've been kind of taking a break as well. Thank you, GD Racer. I appreciate it. Yeah, it does feel a little bit more modern. And I thought it was a really cool idea to put like a double rail in a spot where it doesn't really look like you can put a double rail. Because really and honestly, this right here is, yeah, you should really only have one rail across here. But I was like, I had some place in my head of back where kind of like where near I live, where you have like a double rail on like something like this in a way. I thought it was cool. Or I seen it somewhere, and I wanted to put it in here, so that's what I did. It makes it pretty good storage for cars, too. As we can see here, I can just pull in, put it there, and then you don't have to technically have a dedicated main line, because both of them are main line, but both of them are yard switches, too. So you just go to whatever one's empty if you're trying to go through or store something, and you just clear out the other side. I was thinking about it a little while ago. I was thinking about it. Oh, I'm about to fall off my track, and that is a slope that he's rolling down. I was thinking about expanding it a little bit. Maybe putting one more track in there, if I can get away with it. Hey, thanks for coming out and checking out the stream, Michael. I appreciate it, and you have a good one, man. Mitchell. Alright, there we go. Yeah, because we're going to wait to take these hopper cars down until after we get all of the cars up here and emptied out into the iron mine. So we want to take as many cars with us as we can of iron down to the smelter. Alright, so we should be good to go. All the brakes are released. I really like these hopper cars. They really look nice. I really like the fact that we do have to deliver up here, but I really just would prefer like the iron mine to be kind of like the sawmill because it's like a raw resource, and then add something else. But I would like to see like you take the beams and the lumber in, and it increases production for the workers because that would be supplies. But I mean, no matter what, the iron mine's still really gonna work. You can still mine for the most part. So I would kind of like to see something like that. Because it kind of stops me from running my hopper cars all day. Because if I could run hopper cars all day, I would. I like the loading process of them a lot more than I do like loading those. I can't believe I had beams up here and not... Normally I always need beams, and this time around I just needed some lumber. Okay, so we'll start setting our brakes there. We'll go back and we'll set a brake on that side and on the other side. Actually, with these, and that's a flat grade, so you only have to really set one brake. Oh yeah, especially since it just stopped all of that quick. Okay. Alright, so we had one successful journey up here. Oh, you know what I need up here? Oh, I have one over there. Well. Oh, it looks like my headset's gonna die soon. Yeah. Well, we will be ending the stream here soon, guys. I'm not gonna be, like, I wasn't gonna be streaming long tonight. Like I said, I'm still not feeling very well. But on top of that, me and RailRoads have been going at it. But I probably will end up, if I'm feeling up to it, streaming a little bit of Minecraft a little bit later. I have a private modded server. Not a private, I wouldn't say private, but I have my own server from Apex. And it runs Fabric. If you guys want to check that out, you guys go ahead and check that out. There is, it's got like 52 different mods to it. I'd be adding mods in or whatever, but no, it's fun to go on there and get on there and play around with some of the mods. A lot of them are like quality of life updates, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is starting a series, like starting back up Wolfcraft and taking it out, so that way the channel's not just all RailRoads. As much as it would be nice to do, I get burnt out on just RailRoads. And Minecraft would kind of follow the similar type of game style in a way as a sandbox. They're both kind of sandbox simulation type deals, so not really a simulation, but a sandbox. Give me a little bit of firewood. We're gonna end up going back down this backwards. I really don't like to do this way, but that's just how it's gonna have to happen. Because there's no point of going down the other way and having to get flipped around and then all this yada 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 when I can just go. Alright, good night, Jitty. Thanks for coming out. Don't forget to check out the next one. You have a good night, man. Alrighty, everybody. You guys all have a good night. I'm gonna be ending the stream here. And I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button if you want to see more. And I will see you guys.